Hi, it's time for another Friday Sews. My name is Sarah and my channel is Knotty Gnome Crafts. It's a channel where I share my love of all things fibery crafts. So if that interests you, please keep watching. Before we get started, I am wearing a Helen's Closet Blackwood cardigan out of a jacquard knit that I got from Emma One Sock. I made this back in 2018, I think, and I do love this cardigan. It's very, very comfortable, and I'm just wearing it with a ready-to-wear t-shirt and leggings. Just going for comfy cozy today. So I'm actually in a really good mood today. It's very, very lucky that I decided to film in the afternoon rather than in the morning because I had kind of a horrible week of sewing. But fortunately today things have actually turned around, and so I will save my sob story for later because it's actually regarding a collab project that I'm going to be doing with Michelle of Michelle Sews Again. So that story is going to be coming to you in another couple of weeks, but believe me, I have a lot to say about it. But for now, we're going to leave the sad stuff aside and just talk about the good things. So I'm going to have a nearly finished project to share with you, and then I'm just going to do a little fabric haul. I think that's going to be it for today. So, as I said, most of the week I was working on my collab project and it did not go well, but I did finish it this morning. And then afterwards, I was ready to start sewing on my jumpsuit that was from my October plans. Now, if you watched that plans video, I had planned to make a jumpsuit out of some linen rayon fabric that was a lilac color. And I originally had bought that fabric to make a dress, but then changed my mind, decided to do a jumpsuit. And I was planning to make a McCall's jumpsuit, but then I also kind of really wanted to make the Paper Theory Zadie jumpsuit. And so many of you chimed in the comments and were telling me that I should make the Zadie and that I wouldn't regret it, that I was like, you know what, I'm just going to make the Zadie. And it actually worked out for the best because it turns out that I'm going to be doing that McCall's jumpsuit next month as another collab project. So that'll be coming later, but for now I just have the Zadie to show you. And so I had already cut out this jumpsuit earlier in the week. First of all, this was like one of the weirdest things. Like, it's one of the only times that I've had problems printing a PDF pattern. So I downloaded the pattern and I was trying to print it using Adobe Acrobat. I have the full version of Acrobat for my job, and so that's usually what I use. And I could not get the scale bar to print correctly. And so, you know, like you print the little square and it's supposed to measure whatever it's supposed to measure, and it was too small. And I kept fiddling around with it and I could not get it to print to the right size. And eventually, long story short, I had to end up printing it using the Adobe Reader program, which you totally think would be the same as the Acrobat, but it's not for somehow, because the Adobe Reader worked and it printed it at 100% and it was fine. So I don't know what happened with that, but that was really frustrating. I kind of wasted some paper there, but in the end, I got the pattern printed and put together. And then I spent an entire day doing extensive pattern adjustments, and I'm not going to go into the details right now. I'll wait until I do the full review of this pattern next week when it's fully finished. But I did do a lot of pattern adjustments to get this thing to fit me, and it paid off, and that's why I'm so thrilled. I sewed up the jumpsuit today. It's almost completely finished. The only thing that I have left is I still have to do the sleeve hems, and then I have to decide what length I want this to be and do the pant hems. After my experience with the Megan Nielsen Flint pants, I'm going to have to very carefully consider what length I want to cut these pants off at, because right now they're basically floor length without a hem. And so I got to try it on with some shoes and figure out how short I want to make these hems. But anyway, other than the hems, I'm done. And the fabric is really pretty. As I said, it's a linen rayon blend. I think it's called Brussels washer linen, and I got it from fabric.com. And yeah, I made the size 6, but as I said, I made extensive adjustments and I'll go into later. But I did try it on about half an hour ago, and I just am absolutely thrilled with the way that it fits. It's perfect. So I can definitely tell you with certainty that this will not be my last Zadie jumpsuit. I will definitely make another one at some point. But yeah, I can't wait to get this finished up and have a review for you guys next week. Now let's get into the fabric haul. So the first thing that I want to show you is some fabric that I ordered from Surge Fabrics. I've never ordered from them before, but I do follow them on Instagram, and I believe that's where I saw this fabric. But they announced that they had come out with a new sweater knit, and they're calling it like Moraine double cashmere, and just tiny little rant here. I really don't like it when companies call things cashmere when they're not cashmere, because this fabric is perfectly nice, but to me it's nothing like cashmere. And so, like, I don't know, I almost think it does the fabric a disservice to label it as cashmere when it's not. But anyway, it's some sort of like rayon poly nylon or spandex, I don't know, it's some sort of sweater knit, but it has a high rayon content, and it's really nice. I got the white or cream color. I've already pre-washed this. It is very soft. It's a little bit shiny, probably because of the rayon. It has a good stretch to it. And then I also bought this, I forget what this one's called, but it's like a chunkier rib knit, and it's the exact same color. So the thing that I liked about these fabrics was that they were designed to go together, and so all of the colors coordinate. So if you guys watched my Sew Inspo Cezanne fall video, you will have seen a sweater dress called the Carly dress. And the thing that I really liked about that sweater dress is that it was all one color, but it had different textures in it. And I just really loved how the textures like played off of each other. And I wanted to make something similar, but I mean, you guys know when you're fabric shopping, it's really hard to find matching sweater knits that are the same color but different textures. Like normally they don't go together that well. It's hard to find a perfect match. And so I was super thrilled that Serge had these on offer, that they were meant to be used together. So they had a lot of really pretty colors, and I couldn't make up my mind about which one that I wanted. And then perhaps predictably I went with white. But yeah, I got 2 yards of this one and I got a yard of this one, and I did pre-wash both of these, and it does say in the description for this rib knit that it shrinks up quite a lot, and I would agree with that. It definitely did shrink a lot. And so like, if you are interested in buying some of this fabric for yourself, like heed the warning or the instructions on the description, because it really does shrink. But I actually don't need a whole lot of this. I bought a yard of it, and I think that's gonna be plenty for what I need. So what I'm actually gonna make with these two things is I am going to make Simplicity, I can't remember the pattern number, but I will put it up on the screen. I've made the sweater dress before, but this time I'm gonna make separates. So I'm going to make the like the funnel neck top that has the bishop sleeves, and I'm gonna crop it a little bit, I think, so that it's just at like hip length. And then I'm also gonna make the shorter skirt to match. And I'm a little bit undecided. It kind of depends on how much fabric that I have to work with, but I'm debating about whether I want to crop the skirt a little bit and add a ruffle at the bottom in the contrasting texture out of this stuff, because I think that would look similar to the Cezanne dress. But yeah, I'm kind of gonna play it by ear and see how much fabric I have to work with. But that's kind of what I have in my head, is a cute like matching sweater set. And I could wear the skirt separately from the top if I wanted to, but I would definitely wear them together so it looks like a dress. And I think that's gonna be perfect for winter. So I'm very excited about making that out of these. The rest of the fabrics that I have to show you are from Joann. And so I actually have one piece that I bought from when I was in store. And it's a little bit, I dried it with the white fabric, and so it's a little bit fuzzy, so you'll have to bear with me. But this is a spandex cotton jersey. It's a navy background. It's from their Pop line, and I've had really good luck with their cotton spandex jerseys, and so I was confident that I could get some of this and that it would be a decent quality. I bought 2 yards of this, and I had to get this because, I mean, look at these sparkles. Like, they're like holographic sparkles, and it's just so pretty and so fun. And they had quite a few colors of this that I liked, but I decided to go with the navy because I think that it's like, I don't know, it just reminds me of the night sky. I liked this one the best. And I am planning to make kind of an elevated t-shirt, sweatshirt kind of thing. This is a little bit of a heavier knit, and so I guess it would be kind of like an elevated t-shirt, like a long sleeve t-shirt that has fun sleeves, or I'm not quite sure yet exactly what pattern I'm going to use, but I just want it to be sort of a fancier t-shirt that I could still wear every day with jeans, or I could dress it up if I wanted to. So that's what I'm gonna do with this one. So the rest of my Joann order I got from Joann.com. I actually have a couple of other pieces that are still on their way to me in the mail. They kind of broke up my order into separate shipments or whatever. So I don't have all of it to show you, but I'm just gonna show you what I have received. So my Joann store did not have all of the fabrics in stock that I wanted. And then I saw that online they had a sale that was like an extra 25% off your purchase, and then also like $1.99 shipping. I'm not sure if they're still running that sale or not, but if they are, like, it's a good time to buy some of these fabrics. Because like some of the Joann sale stuff, some of their fall fabrics, like their fall collection, the prices like to start out with are pretty expensive. Like some of the things I was looking at were like $22 a yard. And even if it's on sale, if it's just like a 30% off sale, that's not really that great of a sale. And so by doing the extra 25% off, everything that I got was essentially 50% off, and that made it much more of like a realistic price point to me for Joann fabrics. So anyway, let me just show you what I got. So I got some of their cotton corduroy. This is like, I think it's 99% cotton, 1% spandex. And all three of these have not been pre-washed yet, like they just arrived. And I was actually kind of surprised, like this has a little bit more stretch than I was anticipating. It has actually a decent amount of stretch, so I think that'll make it really comfortable. And I love this like rosy pink color. I guess I would call it like a dusty rose or something. And I bought this because I want to make overalls. However, I only bought 2 yards because you can only buy whole yards through the website, and I needed 2.5 yards. But I was like, I'm really short. Maybe I could just get away with 2 yards. And if I cannot squeeze out overalls out of just 2 yards, then I will have plenty to make a pair of like wide leg pants. So either way, I'll be happy, but it is my first priority, is that I would like to make overalls out of this. I think they'd be really cute for fall and winter. The next piece that I got, and this was actually kind of why I was on Joann's browsing for fabric in the first place, is that I still really want to make that Mimi G dress with the cutout. And I want to make it now because I just feel like the shelf life for this thing is going to be quite small because it's a trendy item, and I just feel like next year nobody's going to be wearing these things. So like, if I'm going to make it, I need to make it now. So I was looking for black rib knit that wasn't see-through, and Joann's had like I think this is like a rayon poly spandex blend, and it's not the nicest quality fabric in the world, but honestly for something that is like meant to be trendy, that I don't feel like I'm going to be wearing this 5 years down the road, I didn't want to spend a lot of money. And I think that after all the coupons and discounts and whatever, I think that I spent like $15 for 2 yards. So I think that'll be plenty. And so this is the rib knit. It is like nice and stretchy. When I stretch it out really far, it is a little bit sheer, but hopefully the dress won't be that tight and like it won't be see-through. But yeah, that's what I'm planning to use to make that Mimi G dress out of. I can't remember the number, but I'll put the pattern up on the screen. And yeah, I really want to make that dress with a cutout. I think I've pretty much decided that for my version, I want to cut it off to knee length, because I just think that'd be more practical for me in my life. But yeah, hopefully I can get that started pretty soon. And then the last fabric that I have to show you today is for a pattern that I don't even own yet. I told you in my fall essentials video that I really want to make a pinafore dress, and I want to make that McCall's dress that has like the overall buckles. And I just think that this fabric would be absolutely adorable in that jumper or overalls, pinafore dress, whatever you want to call it. When I was growing up, we always called them jumpers, but I just feel like nobody calls them that anymore. I always see them referred to as pinafore dresses. What do you call it? Did you grow up calling it a jumper? Because I always thought of those things as jumpers. But anyway, so I got this denim. It's like, I think it's a 9-ounce denim, and it's 100% cotton. There's no stretch. And I love this color. It's like kind of an orange, but it's more of like a brown orange, like a caramel color. And I just really like this leopard print, and I think that it'll be so cute as that jumper dress. And I could wear it with so many things in my wardrobe. Probably not this, but other things in my wardrobe would look great with it. So Hopefully McCall's, there's a pattern sale on McCall's soon. Someone did leave me a message in the comments that McCall's are on sale right now at something delightful, but I did look at their website and I think they're like $4.99, and I'm like, I'm cheap, guys. I'm like, I just want to wait for the next $1.99 pattern sale. Like, surely that's coming soon, right? It's got to be. But anyway, so that's all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and if you enjoyed this, I hope that you will hit the like button and please consider subscribing to my channel. I'll see you again tomorrow.